Hey, so the new Pragmata game reminded me of something. Remember those anime about a disaffected, burnt-out middle-aged salaryman who somehow ends up adopting an adorable young girl, who through the power of her childlike wonder, slowly he reconnects with society, rediscovers his will to live, and becomes a functioning human being again? The joke was always that they were a ploy from the Japanese government to get people to have more kids to fix the birth rate crisis. How's that doing, by the way? Oh, no, they're still cooked. Okay, so maybe anime does not quite have the power to overcome the pressures of economic stagnation, rising housing costs, and a brutal work culture that leaves no time for romantic relationships. But hey, it's not just a Japanese thing anymore. It's happening in basically every developed nation in the world. Awesome. However, if there's one thing media is phenomenal at, that would be manipulating you into spending money, forming an emotional attachments to people and products, also engaging in expensive, addicting, and occasionally long-term damaging behaviors to one's health as a form of emotional regulation. So arguably about as good as a fulfilling relationship. Like me, I'm sure you're aware of these ploys. But does that stop us? No. I mean, maybe you're impervious to it, in which case you're just on a higher plane of enlightenment from me. Well done. But anyway, my latest way of passing away my ever-fleeting youth is the anime Kamina Butan fully blossoms while drunk. I know, it's truly one of the titles of all time. There's little more to it than it's a cute girls doing cute things anime, but said cute things are imbibing chemically addictive substances. I'll be honest, if there's one thing that will get me to empty my wallet, it's a slow burn, ambiguous to confirmed diary. I'm never gonna actually build this shit, am I? So it was not much of a surprise to me that after one episode, I felt the urge to obtain some alcohol of my own. So one quick trip to my closest liquor store, I obtained something I thought I would not hate, as I'm not really a huge fan of alcohol. It tastes awful. Being tipsy is alright, being drunk is meh, and being hungover is miserable. But these girls, they make these drinks look like they're the most delicious substance to ever exist. And so, I'd fallen for the propaganda. Straight up, I don't know what these girls are made of to be able to just tank some of these drinks with a straight face, and not at least wince. Seriously, some of these drinks are really high alcohol content. The anime does a really good job of centering alcohol as the emotional anchor of the show. It's how the girls connect and bond over similar insecurities. It gives them the kick to voice their desires they're too scared to say while sober, and it's the warm center through which their relationships blossom. Sorry, I had to do it. Now, all of this would point towards me saying that this anime is an advertisement for alcohol, but it's not actually the case. The anime is not sponsored by anyone or any specific brands. It's just a story made by someone who probably loves booze, and so in that regard, it's largely benign. However, that does not mean it's not effective as hell, much like advertising is in general. Now you may be thinking to yourself, okay Luxie, but I know when I'm being advertised to. I'm a media literate person, I can see the strings being pulled, and maybe that's true. But it also kind of does not matter, because advertising works. If it didn't, you wouldn't see your Oshi selling some energy drink powder or gacha game or whatever. As businesses famously like money, if it didn't make it, they wouldn't do it. Did you know that apparently advertisements on YouTube and streaming are extremely effective compared to other forms of advertisements?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
It makes sense to me. Content creators through their videos and streams facilitate parasocial relationships with the audience, whether they encourage it or not. You form emotional attachments to them and associate them with positive feelings. Hey, that's the same thing that Botan was doing. So it's not that surprising that when your favorite streamer is telling you about an amazing product that they definitely use, there's some part of you that wants to buy it to feel an emotional closeness to your waifu or husbando. So this is the part of the video where I would insert my own sponsored segment. If I had one, please subscribe so I can become a shill. And remember, people are not immune to propaganda. It's me. I'm people. Anyway, I'm off to buy more drinks. Okay, maybe I did develop a taste for it after all.